Me partnering with integrity means I'm here to stay. As in, I love this industry. I'm more excited about it than I have ever been. As a matter of fact, I am like the tail number on my jet. I'm in 24/7. Are you?
We all got the same amount of time, and it's going to take a time, and it depends on how we use our time. But what do you got your mind set on? What do you got your mind set on? I love what Beret said earlier, and that's why Mike had her say it, because it's what you got your mind set on is what you're going to get. And she's got her mind set on agency manager by the end of November. And it's going to take time, and it's going to take money, and it's going to take patience. And Mike, I love that I have an opportunity to be a partner with $1 billion company. I said it at the agency managers meeting in Tampa. I was glad to hear your wife repeat what I had said at one of these meetings, I think at TWC about a month back, because it resonated. And it is something that's major, and all of us have an opportunity to grab it.
World, watch. You're going to see something you ain't never seen before. Is about ready to see what the Alliance can do, baby. Alaska, baby. The last great frontier. Maybe, I don't know. Alaska. It's cold up there, that's why I got my jacket on, and they got ice glaciers. We're going to cruise Alaska. It's not just a cruise, it's a journey. The ovation of the seas. We are going cruising. And where are we going while we're cruising in Alaska? Juneau. Yes, I know, it's Juneau. It is the largest capital in the United States of America. You're gonna see orcas, you're gonna see humpback whales, you're gonna see them sea dogs, you're gonna see the sea sails, you're gonna see everything up in Juneau, because Juneau. Have you ever been dog sledding? You get on the back of the sled. Or you down like this right here. You like this right here. There's a country song that says, if I never get to see the Northern Lights. I bet you go on this cruise, you're gonna get to see the Northern Lights.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wednesday Car Live. Filmed today in beautiful Louisville, Kentucky. Now let's hear it for our special guest host, Mike and Noel Leventovich.
Woo!
Man.
Thanks for that intro, Billy. Yeah, that was awesome, wasn't it?
Everybody needs an intro like that. When I wake up every day, I need something like that, you know? Oh, crazy.
Don't I give you enough of an intro every
It'd be
morning?
cool if we had something like that, though.
I can get up and clap for you.
There we go.
How
All
about
right. There we go. Oh, crazy. All right. Hey, we're happy to be here. And we are Mike and Noel Leventovich. We're here in Louisville and part of the Alliance. We've been able to build our business back and part of the Alliance led by Andy Albright, who's been our mentor, chief strategist, paving the way to partner, giving us a platform to really take our business to a level that we didn't envision when we first got started. So understanding what he's done in laying this path, tying it into integrity marketing, and giving us something that we can just do on a massive level that maybe we didn't fully comprehend or understand, when we got started several years ago. So just happy to be here. And, Andy's out, he's living his life today. I say, hey, can y'all jump in and cover for me? And I just think that's cool that he's in a position that he can take time when he wants and go live his life in another location at a fun level and know that, hey, he can throw us the keys to the business for a bit and let us kind of jump in and handle things. So we don't take that lightly. We've been preparing thinking, identify who do we want to have on that can help you as you're turned in today, whether you're here live or if you're catching the recording on YouTube later. Hey, we're helping you find something here today that can drive you and maybe connect with you to help you win at a higher level. So as we're sitting here, we're going to talk at you like, hey, I'm fighting to win. I'm winning like my life depends on it.
I'm winning like my life depends on it, baby.
That's right.
Fighting every day.
That's right. Every day gets up, and hey, guess what? Every day is a battle. So winning don't mean that we just sit there and we just look to see, oh, did our number come up in the magical balls in the lotto? You know, that's not how we determine winning. Winnings are we fighting? Are we up? Are we being intentional about each minute? Are we being intentional about each move, who we talk to, and what we say yes to, and what we say no to? That's really a big piece of what's driving us. So I tell you that, say, hey, that's our theme for today. We've got some people we know are being intentional about winning and sharing with you how they're winning in their business and in their life and what they're doing with the power that we've got at the Alliance. We're excited. Speaking of helping you win, we'll cover a little bit more, but man,
oh my gosh, crazy. Okay.
That's right.
We're going to talk some crazy talk right now.
That's right. Our Alliance Family Reunion event. If you have not heard about this, it's massive. July 29th, there's kickoff stuff happening that evening, that Thursday. Then we're rolling early Friday morning on the 30th, all day into the evening. Then we rolling in on that Saturday, the 31st of July, morning till late, and then wrap it up on Sunday by 8 o'clock or so. We'll be done at noon on that Sunday, August 1st, and back to fight for the next 5 months of this year. Guys, we're so excited. It's like we're getting the gang back together. The band is coming back together, you know? And it's just hey, we're grateful to be able to have a chance. We've not had the whole team together like we're going to have in 18 months. It's like sometimes you don't realize how important something is until you've lost it. And the fact that we lost our ability to have a major national conference event is just something that's like, oh my God.
This isn't your typical boring insurance. No offense to anybody, but this event is like a family reunion. You're part of our family now. You're on this call. You're part of our family. You are invited to come. Okay. Flying, driving. We got people coming in from all across the country for this event. And it's a no joke event. I mean, I was on a call, was it yesterday or the other day, Monday, maybe, with Jennifer and the whole event staff. And they were talking about all the crazy stuff that they have lined up. They have like, I think I heard something about a parking lot party. There's a dunk booth that Riddle's going to be in. There's a climbing, all kinds of crazy stuff happening at the family reunion. And besides that, you're going to learn everything you need to know about winning with the Alliance. This is a kickoff event for people. This is a huge kickoff event.
Yeah. So if you're here and you're like, I ain't gotten around no people in several months, this would be a good time to come out. If you're here and you're just like, hey, my business needs to get to the next level, we've got people that have taken their business to the next level and in the last 6 months, 12 months. If you've not had a chance to be around some of these people, here's your chance. You know, I think Megan Wood, this will be her first time at a major event in 18 months. The Megan Wood now is different than the Megan Wood 18 months ago. I mean,
she's on our call.
She's on our call. She did hear that. It's like, it's crazy. She looked the same, but she is not the same. And so there's so much. I'd be like, if you've been with us, you've not been to an event until you see some of those things that are going to be laid out and explained to you.
I think Vanilla Ice is going to be there or something like that. I heard something about that.
Yeah.
And then the goals guy.
We're going to have Brian Tracy there. Some of y'all, I mean, some people here have had a chance, like Sherry Scream live with Brian Tracy, and just like when you sit there and you're taking notes, because like he's talking to you one-on-one, it's going to be like that. He's going to be present, and you're going to be able to learn from him. So a lot coming. We'll talk more about that. But if you don't have a ticket, go to www.alliancefamilyreunion.com. Get yourself a ticket. Get there.
All the meals are covered.
Meals included. It's going to be fun.
Crazy.
All right, we're going to talk more about that. But that's
all right.
It's like we want you to know about it.
Because we don't want you to be mad at us if you didn't hear anything about it. We're telling you, okay, that's happening. You want to make sure you're there.
That's right. It's like, I remember like Okay, I'll go back to my Simpsons days. And I can remember them talking about the Truckosaurus. And I just remember the promo for the Truckosaurus event. And it's like, be there, be there, be there. And if you're in jail, break out, break out. So, all right. So anyways, it's bigger than the Truckosaurus, I promise.
Way better.
Okay. So
Other crazy stuff, guys.
yes.
We were just on the phone with Robbie Kraft, and he is laying out some incredible stuff that no other business has anything like what's going on with the art now.
It's pretty powerful when you get people that understand building this business like we do and understanding what we've done in terms of some of the technical tools with the ARC. And if we go back, it's been, we've had the ARC now. This is our 3rd year of running with the ARC, but the planning started, literally over 3 years ago. And in having a unified system where you can look at your new business, you can look at your commissions, you can have a built-in CRM, you can look at your organization and get a pulse on it. And so obviously the first couple of years are getting some of the foundational building blocks, like the commission system working, getting the CRM working. Well, now it's like, now we're getting to some of the advanced tools and toys. And it's like hearing Robbie's excitement as he's now got some of the basic things.
I'm
it's
excited.
Like, it's almost like if you had a son and it's like, okay, like if you're a guy and you like running around doing stuff with your son, you can't just give your 2-month-old like a fishing pole, or you can't put him on an SUV and SUV, but you can't put him on a 4-wheeler and start running around driving. But when he gets to be about 2 or 3 or 4 years old, he can start running and doing stuff. You're like, ooh, look at what we can do now, son. He was like, so anyways, that's
daughter
or daughter. Right. Okay. I know Robbie's got boys. Robbie's got 2 boys. So I'm picturing like, now it's like the ARC is mature enough. It's like, ooh, look at what we can do now.
Crazy thought.
And so
Crazy
I think,
I don't know if we can.
I don't know if we can share. We can
share
have.
it,
I think if we can have Tia pull up. Tia, are you able to pull up that screen, or do you need us to share that? I'd just like to share. So, if you are building a team, this is like a simple example. But if you will go and you will click on my let's see, I want to make sure I say which link it is correctly. But you go into my business and you click on hierarchy, the hierarchy production drawing, and it shows you a drawing of your group. And it shows you what the month-to-date production is of every individual and every team. And then it's color-coded. And so like red says, hey, this person's, not carrier contract yet. Or pink is they've done their carrier contract in the last 0 to 10 days, but haven't produced. Brown is they haven't produced in the last 11 to 30 days. Orange, contract, but haven't written in the last 31 to 90 days. Green means, hey, they're contracted and they've produced in the last 0 to 90 days. Blue is they've produced in the last 91 plus days.
This just blows my mind. You remember back in the day, we and it's still good to do this. Okay, so I'm not taking away from this, but we used to draw out our team. We were hand drawing it every couple of days, drawing it out. But we didn't have nearly the information that what we have here, and it's on your phone, it's on the ARC. You can access it 24/7. You should still draw your team out every now and then, though, every week or so. But this is incredible to have this kind of visibility on what's going on with your business, but also with your organization's business. Nobody has anything like this out there. There's nobody out there.
It really is crazy because literally, like Noelle would sit here at her desk where we're sitting now, and she would have 2 or 3 sheets of paper with different parts of organizations, and then cross-checking the drawing of the group she had done with spreadsheets and look of issued paid reports and trying to figure out, and then adding stuff up to see what each team and what each individual had and see who was close to a promotion. Here, it's done automatically. It's almost like, no, we don't need you anymore.
You don't need me anymore?
No,
okay.
Right.
Listen, the other thing about this is it's not just people that are issue paying business. It's people that you have in the pipeline that you've gotten an agent code with, that you've gotten contracted. You can see where they're at in the process. It just blows my mind. I'm so excited for what they're putting together there. And there's going to be more things that they're coming out with on this, but I guess this is active now, as far as I know.
This is active now. So if you're like, I need to take a look, you're like, I need to see what my team looks like.
By the way, you want to have a drawing like this, some kind of drawing that would be good. We
Yeah.
need help anyway.
Yeah, no
But-
doubt. So if you go into the ARC and you pull up the menu and you look at team and then you click on hierarchy production drawing. I'm pulling up on my phone because I'm logged in. So I've got my ARC tab always open on my phone, and it is in the process of coming up
It's
as we're
loading because
speaking.
our business is
Yeah, when
so
you have a bigger team,
massive.
it might take a little bit more time, but I'll tell you when it pops up here. Good bit of auto creates the drawing based on the latest information. So while I might have to wait 15, 30 seconds for it to pull up here, in fact, let's see.
We might have to wait longer because our team is
I know.
humongous. That's
Oh,
okay. Keep
that's all
going.
right. We're good.
Keep going.
All right, we'll pull it up here once it pops in. But main piece is just understanding how powerful that is and that you've got the ability to access it and it's there. So again, it's just been launched today. Feel free to play around with it, look at it, take advantage of it, and you'll see cool stuff happen there. All right.
There it is.
There it is.
Finally gathered all the information.
It was
and
my
made it.
fault because I hadn't refreshed it, but I don't know how
You
well
can't see that. You can't. See.
you see all those little dots, right?
Those are blue ones.
Those are
so
all
you
blue
can't
ones,
see.
and I can toggle it if I want to see.
You can toggle to see
others.
the fast track.
Yep. All right.
Anyway,
Play with it. It's there for you. It's better on a screen on your phone, but you can still see it on your phone, and so I think that's powerful. All right.
all right. Let's get into this.
Let's see. I want to get in. So as we're talking about winning, and as we set out, it was like we have the chance to win. Meaning, when we got started in our business, we realized that, hey, somebody said, Mike, the good news is you're the boss. No, the bad news is, Mike, you're the boss. Depending on how you're going to handle that statement. And so we just realized, hey, if it is to be, it's up to me. And we just decided to win. And it started with learning to personally produce and learn to produce at a high level, but then learning to recruit at a high level and learning to build and serve other agents at a high level. And it's like being able to do that, given the freedom to choose that, has been amazing. But learning to continue to choose that and to give you an idea as to what it looks like, because guess what? Life is coming at you full speed. Family stuff, personal stuff, health stuff coming at you all the time for everybody. Because some people say, oh, I bet they're lucky because they have this. No, they have issues too. They or may not be sharing them what they are, but everybody's got issues they're dealing with. They're just choosing to compartmentalize some of those issues in a way that allows them to keep fighting and keep running at a high level with what they're doing.
The other thing about winning, is fighting the urge to stop. When the numbers really don't show up on the board, or when it's not showing up on the scoreboard, the points aren't showing up yet. Fighting the urge to stop, that's winning. Okay. Because we all have that urge to slow down or stop, or why me, or what's going on, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah. Especially, hey, why would people stop? Like, one, you get frustrated because of initial failure. Two, you might stop because you're afraid of stretching to the next level. Or three, you stop because you hit a level and you got complacent. Those are three things that I think cause people to stop. Fear based on failure that happens as you're getting rolling, trying to build momentum. Fear of stretching to find the next gear, or settling into a comfort zone. And guess what? I can say we've probably hit all three at some point. And so how are you aware of where you're at? Have you sat there and thought, what's holding me back? What's holding me back? Why have you sat there?
I think it's a continuous, we know we can do better. I know I can do better.
Right.
So
I think if it's like winning in fighting, watch this. So like I have to choose to win, like my life depends on it. That means that I have to choose. Winning means fighting. And I love it when John Maxwell, it's like, he says, success, this is one thing on stage. And Andy talks about it, where he says, hey, success is uphill. It's always uphill. The moment you start coasting downhill, that's against success. And so understanding that, keep continuing to choose the not easy path, and those battles in the choices and choosing not to go in the other direction is critical. It takes effort. It's not easy.
Really keeping the consistency through that period and keeping your attitude right. And then also it typically takes about 90 days for the points to show up on the board where you want them to be of consistent activity, right?
Yeah. And you know what? And here's what's crazy. fighting to win, sometimes we get early results. Sometimes people get early results, and that's awesome. And sometimes results take a little bit longer than what you wanted. And I think that's important too. When we get into the fight, and we got some examples that we'll hit on, but like, hey, sometimes you might be in and it's your first day dialing and you've never dialed before, or you've got a new agent that's never dialed before, and maybe they need to get their dial muscle going. By dial muscle, I don't mean like finger strength to keep dialing as much as the discipline to knock out 200 or 250 or 300 dials a day. That's your dial muscle. Being able to put in the dials and then make the vocal adjustments, right? That's the first thing. And then from there, put in the work. So then now it gets a little bit easier each time. You get a little bit better each time, but not shying away from that work. Sometimes people jump in and, hey, their first dial day, they booked 15 appointments and 100 dials. And hey, some people win at that level. But you know what? That same person might go out on their appointments and maybe they didn't do their tie downs right. Maybe they had like 12 no-shows and sat with 3.
That's what happens after that too.
And then
you know what else John Maxwell said?
What's that?
He said consistency is not sexy, but it's the way to success.
Yeah.
It's not sexy, consistency, but is how you get success. It's how you succeed and win.
Yeah, there's no doubt on that. That's big.
With the right activities, but Andy's put down the activities. I mean, it's not complicated, right? It's not a complicated system here. I mean, you make phone calls, you talk to people, you have fun with it. I mean,
yeah, no doubt. No doubt on that. All right. Well, listen, we got a guy.
Thank God we're not out there shoveling like that one guy that was out there the other day was shoveling dirt to build I guess they were putting in a line or something somewhere. I'm like, I'm glad I'm not that guy right now. You need a job, dude. So, anyways,
yeah, that's right. Hey, it's a different job. Hey, you get to be choosing to fight in different ways.
No offense. It's just not what I want to do, right?
Right. But we probably need him because he's probably laying cable for our internet upgrade or whatever.
We might need him.
Right? We might need him. So
we do need him. We need everybody.
Someone.
This business is, by the way, this business isn't for everybody, right? We believe everyone can do it, but it's not for everybody. That's why we talk to everybody, right? And some people choose to do it and fight and win and do those things, and some people don't. It's all okay. But we choose to talk to everybody we can.
Yeah, that's right. No doubt. All right, Alfonso, man, hey, glad to have you with us. And real quick, share a little bit about, your profession before you found us and where you live.
Okay. Hey, Mike, and the team and everybody out there. It is a humble pleasure to be with you all today. Thank you so much, and I'm so grateful. Thank Andy also for allowing us to be on this call. I was a administrator with the school system in Dade County and 30 years. And I tell you what, it was fun that time, then it wasn't fun. But I live here at Miami, Florida, and the Sunshine State, and I'm also just glad.
Awesome.
That's good. All right. Well, hey, we know you had some good momentum coming in. We had you at the Spring Summit. Good things were happening. And you know what? We don't always talk about some of the junk, but you got dealt a situation that you kind of had to work through a little bit. And I don't know if we need to talk about the situation. I know it was a health thing, but you
share what you want.
Share what you like. Yeah.
But share about how you continue to win and fight through all the junk going on,
Absolutely. And I must say that it's a good experience. I tell you what, I've never been in the hospital before in my life. And May 9th, I flew back from the summit. And when I was at the summit with everybody, I was sick. I didn't tell nobody. And Noel was saying, like, I'm going to get you. I pushed through it. I pushed through it because that is my nature, is to push through it and get through it. When I came back to Miami May 9th at the Miami airport, wife picked me up, and she looked at me. She said, something's wrong. She rushed me right to the hospital. I was in the hospital for 2 days. Due to that, the doctor and the nurses diagnosed me, and I was in pretty bad shape. I was in bad shape. and they brought me back to where I need to be. It could have been a situation that, and I want people to hear this, and I was not aware of. I could have went to sleep and not woke up in that hotel. And I'm so grateful that I was strong enough and willing enough to get help when I came back. And I did go into the hospital. I did everything the nurses asked me to do. And I tell you what, in 2 months, I have fought through it. I'm back healthy. I'm back where I want to be and where God has really brought me to, because it wasn't me. I know, because I would have been kept pushing. But it slowed me down, and he showed me that there's other things that you can do, and I want to show you something. And he showed me that you can do all that you can do and you want to do to help and serve people. And I realized that, and I'm just so thankful that I'm back. I am back. Let me tell you.
Back like crazy.
Hey, listen, last week, $9,300. I'm talking about fired up out of my mind. I'm hiring people. You know, I don't have long. I'm going at it like my life depends on it. And I was so appreciative when Noel said, I want you to be on there. And I said, what are we going to talk about? He said, winning like your life depends on it. I said, that's me. I'm going at it. So it's fun, and it's very encouraging to help people each and every day, because they're looking for us. They are looking for us to help them, and they're looking for honest people. They are. So I'm very appreciative to be here today. And I tell you what, we all can win if we just keep that mindset of winning like your life depends on it. Thank you so much. Well,
That's big, Alfonso. I do want to say to everybody, if you have a health situation and you're at an event, please talk to somebody so that we can get you the help you need. Believe me, it happened to me when I fell off a stage at an event and hit my head, and I had to go rush to the hospital. It's okay. Make sure you let people know, because the biggest thing is to make sure that you guys and everyone is all healthy. Because if we're not healthy, then we got problems, right?
That's
so
right.
that's the biggest thing.
Exactly.
And for those that are wondering, it's okay. If this year's mosh pit, Noelle's going to be stage diving with a helmet. So we didn't have enough people to catch her last time, although it would have been nice if she told people she was going to be stage diving.
Yeah, well.
Give them the warning next time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. People really?
It was all planned.
It was all planned. All right. Hey, look, as in Alfonso, we saw him take time to get better at his recruiting. We saw him still personal producing and doing what he could do. His business lever never left his mind. And he was like, what can I do? As opposed to, I can't do anything. He was like, what can I do? And we just watched him continue and get more people started, being more focused in different ways. But now we got him fully back, and we're just excited. So
He's
just
writing 10,000 a week now and recruiting like nobody's business. He's put in a couple, 3 or 4 people so far this week, I think.
Yes.
That he's getting started. So
there's good things happening there.
Making it happen.
All right.
We're proud of you, buddy.
That's right.
Thanks for being on.
And speaking of recruiting, you know what? Here's one of the things that is out there. So if you're not realizing, number one, our business, according to Brian Adams, our business of serving people in the senior market over the next 16 years is projected to grow 4 times. 4 times the number of people getting final expense protection, getting being enrolled in Medicare Advantage or Medicare supplement plans, and needing retirement protection help. A 4-fold growth over the next 16 years. That's very significant. The business does not have enough people to help us. So first of all, we're growing and looking. Number one. Number two, right now, post-COVID, I've been reading different articles, talking to other people in the HR and recruiting world. The projection is right now, 40% of people that have jobs are sitting there thinking about their job right now and thinking, do I want to stay in this job? Do I want to leave? What do I want in my next job? There are some employers that have said, we want everybody back in the office. And some of their employers like, we hate the office. We not going back. And there's going to be a conflict. And some of those employees are going to have to make a choice. Do I go back and hate my job, or do I find a different job? There are some employers that are saying, we don't want people to come back to the office. We want everybody to be remote. And some of their employers like, but we want to be in an office and we want to be connected and be around a team. And they're like, this isn't going to work if this continues. And then some people are just waking up and saying, I hate what I do. I'm miserable and I need to do something else altogether. And so
Guess who fills that gap?
Guess who fills that gap? We have the opportunity to find those people if we're talking to them. And so people say, well, what tools are we using to fight like crazy? What tools am I using to win? And I think number one tool is my tongue and my mouth. And I am talking to people on a regular basis. But beyond that, what are the tools we're looking to find people? Well, number one is, hey, we're using some tools, whether ZipRecruiter. Yes, there's people out there looking for jobs. Yes, there's doing some Facebook ads. Yes, there's people that have gotten their license to work with another company where things didn't work out. So license list. There's tools like that. But you know what?
Social media.
But beyond that, there's also, people this book has been very powerful for a number of agents getting rolling. Your first year in network marketing. Now, people say, are y'all a network marketing company? And to that I say, well, we're building a network of agents that want to grow and build their business. But the crazy thing is, with a lead system, an agent that starts does not need their warm market to be effective in business because we got leads. So I say, we're not a network marketing company, but you've got the ability to build a big distribution network like any other company that's building distribution. What's that?
Do you want a network marketing company? And if they say yes, I say, you're going to love what we have.
That's right.
If they say no, I say, you're going to love what we have.
That's right. So either way, you're going to love what we have.
There's a recruiting tip
but
for you.
This book will help you understand some of the thoughts and how to get moving fast. And we've got some people that have moved fast within their warm market. Got a guy, Dave. We'll share more about his story later. Maybe we'll get him on. But Dave has been in business.
Dave was invited on, but he's just not.
He's out helping. He booked out his calendar before we get on. But he's been with us 3 weeks. He got his first paycheck on the 2nd of July. From the 2nd of July to like this past Monday, the 12th of July. So 4 pay periods. That joker had $3,500 deposited in his bank account. Or maybe it was $3,700. $3,700 in 4 pay periods after 2.5 weeks of work.
Not even a pay period, really. Did you all know that we get paid 3 times a week?
That is crazy. So
some people get paid twice a month.
I know. Once a month. I know, it's crazy. All right, but $3,700
not here
in his first 8 days of being on the payroll. That's exciting. But not only that, he's got 4 people or 5 people in class. 1 passed his test last week, wrote their first application last night. He's likely to get his first overrides this week or next week based on that application being written. And he's not been in business yet in a month. But the biggest thing he's doing is, hey, guess what? He's talking to people he knows. He's talking to people that have jobs that ain't satisfied. Some of them college graduates, some of them not. But I'm telling you, the dissatisfaction level that people have and the number of them that have them are there, but they're not necessarily going out on ZipRecruiter. That's where getting people to talk to the folks say no. Even you might be like, man, I talked to my friends 2 years ago when I got started. The world is different. It's different, and it's worth sharing with people, and it's worth coming back to, because you don't know the 40%. How many of them are people you know or kids of people you know are your clients? So we want to hit on that. All right. Look, so these are some of the tools we're using to fight like crazy on the recruiting side. Can you go ahead and bring up some of those weekly leaderboards, Tia? The one that we've got for activity numbers for this week. I want to share those, and I've got some fun stuff to cover here. Got a record to talk about. All right. So here. This is our top submitted premium for the week. Kyle and Janita Wilson coming in at 16,000 on 12 apps. Way to go. Mark Hutchinson, 11 apps, 20,000 in premium. And Megan Wood, 45 applications for $24,585 in premium. And that's just amazing. That is a week. That's not a month. So that's powerful. 45 apps. That's huge. And we've got Megan with us. We're going to get her up next. The issued paid premium for the next week, for the last week. Mike and Kate Maurice with 13 apps. Maurice, thank you. 13 apps, 7,000 in premium. Mercedes and Gustavo trucking along at a high level. This is such a story. If y'all have not seen
You got to get to family reunion just to meet them. I'm
Yeah,
you'd
be
and
like-
their story.
I mean, yeah, Gustavo, he's out there killing it with half his brain tied behind his back, literally. It's like, ask him, he's got half his brain tied up somewhere. It's like,
And Mercedes out there learning English.
yes, it's an
to
amazing
do this.
story.
Crazy.
I was just talking with Eric Belair this morning, coming in.
Miss Mia.
Oh, I miss Mia. Mia Fennell. Hey, 23 apps. That's amazing. I love that app count, girl. 23 apps, 8,300 in premium. Eric and Bobby Belair, 9 apps, 9,800 in premium. Marvin and Julissa Atsoy, our Guatemalan connection, 13 apps, 9,900 in premium. Evan Patzer, gotten married, expecting a baby. Big thing has happened. That man's out working because now mama needs a new pair of shoes and the baby
she
needs a new
does.
pair of
Yeah,
shoes.
they do.
So 14 apps, 10,000. With us here today, Jake and Ray Joseph, 13 apps, 10,700. Robert Sarge Wilson, crushing it, battling, fighting, having fun. 6 apps, 10,900. Lenoris, part of Stephen Davies' team.
Morris,
Oh, sorry, I got her last name. I got it in front of me.
Got it.
I had it. Here it is. We just got to get it. Lenoris Washington.
Washington.
5 apps, 12,000 premium. Way to go. Junior Korea, 7 apps, $12,463. Brant Swindell, 8 apps, 14,000 premium. Megan Wood, 43 apps for 16,375 issued. Way to go. Annuities are popping. Annuity money's out there. It's everywhere. When you're looking, using that green sheet, finding people out that you run through our annuity leaderboard.
Oh, I get to do a leaderboard. I'm excited. Annuity, these are issue paid annuities. We have at number 5, Joe and Tawny Walker, $36,000 annuity out on the West Coast. Brian and Crystalline Rojas, $42,000 annuity. Eric and Bobby Belair, $45,000 annuity issue paid. Elena Amadobi, $165,000 annuity issued. And then Mark Bisco Sr., way to go, $206,000 annuity issue paid. Annuity producers.
All right.
We got the top 3 Foresters. We have at number 3, Brant and Jill Swindell, 4,000. Jake and Ray Joseph on our call today, 5,600. Jonathan and Megan Yakey with 6,300 there.
All right. Our top 3 CVS. If y'all didn't know, not only is CVS a drugstore, not only do they have Medicare supplements, but they have life insurance, and we have access to it through the Integrity Partnership. It's crazy. So they have a great Final Express product, no height and weight chart for that product. It works out well. So Carrie and Mike Williams, 1,400 on 1 app. Emily Katz, ooh, way to go, Emily. 2 apps, 2,100. And Eric and Bobby Belair, 1 app for 2,300. Nice job, guys. And our top recruiters, people that are finding agents to get rolling with us. Megan Wood with 2 contracted agents so far this week. Andy Riddle with 2. Terry and Tia Edwards with 2. Noel and I, hey, we're there. We got 2. That's right.
Way to go.
Kyle and Gina Wilson with 3. Stephen Holly Davies with 3. Jeremy and Amy Patton with 4. Paul Robert with 6. James and Pamela are here with us today with 6. And Joseph, 2 with 6. So, hey, congratulations to these people. All right. Now, Tia, there was a special, I don't know if there's a leaderboard we want to pull up. But I'll just mention it here. We don't need to go to a leaderboard. But we've got someone that has set a record. And Megan, you have got a record set.
Do you want to do that now, or do you want to do some of the other leaders?
I want to hit this one. We'll hit those other leaderboards later.
All right, we'll pull the other leaderboards up then in a little bit.
We'll come up with a couple ones. But I want to hit this one. So Megan Wood has hit
Where's your sheet?
1,019 applications issued year to date. That's 1,019. And just to give you perspective, I was looking at an agent earlier today. I was looking at their art, who's with us for like 8 years or 9 years. And he had 2,200 clients in his CRM on the art after 10 years.
Tia, you can take the leaderboard down, and there you go. Thanks.
So just to put it in perspective, so Megan will have done in 1 year what this person took a decade to do at her current run rate. So just to give you some perspective, like she's working at 10 times the pace of other human beings.
Let's read this other info about
this.
This is a world record right now, Megan.
Yes. So first ever
World Alliance record.
Right. So last year, Megan hit 1,000 issued paid personal production applications last year with 1,333. And she did that in 366 days in 2020, or 740,000. So last year at this point, she had a 559 app and was at 312,000. This year, she is at 1,119 in applications, and her premium is at a, I won't say the premium. I know that number is off, but I think her premium was at.
Oh, she's close to 500.
Yeah, she's just about at 500,000 in premium.
Close.
So
Keep
almost
pushing.
almost on track for $1 million in premium and personal production this year. Be a first timer for Alliance. But you know what? Here's what's crazy. We're talking about Megan, and she's blazing a trail. But the biggest thing is she's fighting to win. Like, her life depends on it. Hey, she's also showing you a different level that you can fight at. She doesn't have to be the only person to issue $1 million.
Oh, there we go. There, look at that. Look at that.
There we go.
Megan Wood, congratulations. 1,000 applications year to date. Last year she did 1,300. So it's incredible.
On pace for over 2,000 in 1 year.
Now, just so everybody knows, this is her own personal production applications. This is not a team, number. This is personal production.
That's right. So that's a big deal. So since she's with us here today, Megan, girl, talk
I love
to
that
us.
flyer. Awesome.
How are you doing?
That's awesome. I love the picture. I'm super excited about the picture. It's great because that's why it gives me an okay for why my brain feels like it's about to explode sometimes. And I'm like, oh, that's why. Okay. But yeah, I'm super fired up. I think it's just, it's not a job. Like, this is not a job for me. This is a lifestyle. I don't clock in and clock out. I am on it all the time. I'm on it when I'm driving down the road. I'm thinking about what I need to do. I am jotting down notes when my son's eating lunch. I'm constantly thinking, what else can I do to help these people? Who do I need to be talking to? Like, my brain never stops. So I think if people would turn that job into a lifestyle, what they're constantly doing, just like we constantly wake up in the morning and we drink coffee, right? I mean, that's what I do. But I don't just free my mind to where I'm not thinking about anything. I'm constantly thinking about stuff. And I had this conversation with somebody the other day that music, I don't listen to music when I'm driving down the road. I don't do anything like that. And I do it like I'm intentional for a reason. I'm not listening to music when I drive down the road, because when you do that, it clears your mind to where you could have been thinking about what you need to be doing. You could have been thinking about what I need to do next. But the minute that music goes on for me, I lost my whole train of thought. So I don't do that. I think just like being intentionally obsessed, intentionally focused, and it's never enough. Never enough. I got big dreams. I want to make sure that my son is going to be taken care of for the rest of his life. For the rest of his life, I got goals for myself. I'm going to keep going even when things step in your way, because we all have stuff. We all have stuff every single day that it brings us down, or tries to bring us down. Everybody has that. You just got to fight through it to be on top. I have things happen to me every single day. Like, my life is just, it's like a roller coaster every day. My car got towed the other day because I was on an appointment at an apartment complex. And I ran out there. I'm like, wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he's like, well, you parked here. This is not visitor parking. Visitor parking is in the very back of the parking lot. Like, how was I supposed to see that, right? But that is, somebody came up to me, oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Just pay the money, move on, because that is only one thing out of my day that I realize is going to try to stop me from doing what I need to do. So it's fine. Here's the money, give me my car back, and let's go on. Some people dwell on that kind of stuff. I could have let that affect my whole entire day, but it's your choice. And, that's just what I do. How do you fight through stuff, you know, to get through it, to move, to get back on track with what your goal is for the day.
Yeah. You know what? I love people. Some people are like, I'm glad something happened to that Megan Wood. Good for you, Megan Wood. You got towed. All right. But you know what? I wonder how many people really heard that, because it could have been a tow truck. It could have been your dog throwing up. It could have been a kid, something happened. I mean, how many people like that one thing would happen and they're still dwelling on that a week later? I can't believe I went on my appointments and my car was towed. I had to stop and cancel all my appointments. It's like I had a lady talk to last week, and
Could have been a guy.
could have been a guy. We'll protect the innocent. But she's like, I have the darndest hangnail on my finger, and I just had to cancel all my appointments today. I might be kidding. I don't want to see if I said what the real reason was, like this person might be offended if they're tuning in, but it was like they'd worked so hard to fill up their day with appointments. And it's like, I got a little hangnail on my pinky. I cannot run my appointments today. I'm like, what? Can't run your appointments? What do you mean you can't run? I got to take care of this hangnail. I was like, and maybe it wasn't a hangnail, but it's like, my point is, you work so hard to focus and get those appointments. You can't let that go. So, but I think that's just like you're talking about.
I love what you said, Megan. You said it's only one thing in my day that's trying to stop me from what I needed to do. It's like you're going to have multiple things. Like we have multiple things. I have multiple things coming into my day trying to stop me from doing what I need to do. And it's that fighting through that, wanting to stop, because that doesn't take away from my wanting to stop. But changing that to, no, I must move on. I must go through. I must push through it. That attitude, that's what winning is about.
Yeah. I mean, it's so huge.
It's like the Olympics is coming on, and Michael Phelps is, a big swimmer, and he won all the medals and stuff like that. And now there's a new crop of swimmers this season. But I did read a biography about him, and he wanted to stop when he was in the pool. He wanted to, but he couldn't let himself stop. And that's what got him 7 or 9 medals or whatever it was. The Olympics.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Winners, occasionally they want to. People that succeed want to, but that doesn't mean that they're going to, right? That's a big difference.
Yeah. Everybody has an urge or reason to pause or stop at times. I think that's huge. Man, that's crazy. Okay. Megan, you're also, now that you're winning at the personal production side, we watch you growing and changing and learning the recruiting and building side. Talk a little bit about how, what you're doing to invest and change and grow, and how you're training yourself to win and fight in that arena of the recruiting and building and helping agents out.
Okay, so I hired a recruiter. I'm looking for another recruiter. I also have an office that I just purchased that we're going to be moving in here in about the next week. So I'm super fired up about that. I'm excited. It just, I'm putting money, I'm investing into the ads to get people on my calendar to call, making sure that I try to answer the phone as much as I can. Trying to answer the phone as much as I can, to help out these agents. Just doing as much as I can and asking questions and communicating. It's the same with when you first start and you're selling. The people that don't make it and the people that fail are the ones that don't know how to communicate. So it's the same with recruiting. Like, none of us know everything. None of us are experts in everything. We're all learning, but let's ask questions to the people that have done it before, to the people that are making millions a year. I mean, is that the ultimate goal? I mean, that's what I want to do. I want to make more money for me, more money for my son, more money to make sure he's taken care of. So I ain't going to pretend like I know how to do everything, because I don't. So I think just, communicating, that's always been my number one thing. Even when I first started, I was calling Mike and Noel 20 times a day. 20 times a day. They probably wanted to pull their hair out, but they're making millions a year. So what do I have to do? I have to communicate. And I think, in this world, it's like I've noticed that so many people don't have that and they don't know how to communicate. But the communication, I believe, in this business and doing selling or recruiting or everything, communication is the number one thing you have to do. It's the number one thing you have to do to succeed. And just staying hungry and humble. Like, I'm the first one to tell you that I don't know everything. I ask questions all the time. Now I even think I should probably be asking more questions. So
you called us right before this call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know yesterday we had an agent wrote their first app with foresters in Massachusetts, and it was the first time you realized, oh wait, Massachusetts is a state that requires a fraternal license. There's 3 states that do that.
Well, we're always making mistakes.
I know. You didn't know.
Missing stuff.
I know.
But you know what?
How do I deal with it?
Yeah, how you deal with it and how you push through it. Big thing.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. So there's stuff out there. New Mexico, if you don't know, Connecticut, New Mexico, Massachusetts all require a fraternal license to write business with a fraternal company, and foresters a fraternal company. So if you're in those 3 states, you hire somebody in those 3 states. In addition to the regular license, they have to file another piece of paper for a fraternal license. So training tip.
Training tip for the day there.
Training tip. All right, Megan. I feel like I could probably get you talking more.
Well, we have some other
we
guests.
got other stuff too.
Stay on if you can, and we'll get you maybe back.
Oh, I got one. Megan, as you talk about investing in your staff, how important is it for your staff to go to family reunion?
It's really important. And I look back on it when I very first started, and I didn't realize the importance of it until I finally went. And then I'm like, wow, like, this is amazing. I should have been coming to this a long time ago, first time Mike asked me to go. But it's amazing getting to meet the people on your team, getting to build that relationship. I have somebody that I never really I wasn't as close to until I went to Spring Summit. I went to Spring Summit and I got closer to that person. The very next month, they hit their goal. Like, they hit as much as what they've ever produced. And it's because people are going to fight harder for you if you're there and they know you on a personal level. But just being there, whether it's staff, whether it's agents, just being there for the team because they need you to be there. I mean, they help us out all the time. Like, the least we could do is just work and show up to family reunion, and you're going to learn something from it. It's not just that we're doing it for other people. It's like, if you don't go, you're going to miss out on so much stuff. That, I'll say this, that I learned from doing this business is that I don't ever want to miss out on anything, because it's that one time that you're not going to be there. Somebody is going to say something that you missed. And those words that they said that you missed could have changed your entire life. But they changed somebody else's life because they heard those words.
Yeah, that's big.
I don't want to miss out on that.
All right. And so you're taking one of your staff with you, correct?
Correct.
So why is it important, in addition to you being there, why is it important for your staff to be there? What are you hoping your staff to learn?
I'm hoping them to learn the importance of the business. I want them to get talking to the carriers, because it's like, make a friend before you need them. When I call, they recognize my number, they recognize my name, they answer. If an unknown person is calling, they're gonna be like, who is that? So make them a friend before you need them. And just getting them around the team, that like, this is real. This is more than just the office that we work at. This is huge. Getting them to learn how, the main goal is to become partners, hearing it from other people. because I mean, Mike could tell me so many things, but when I heard it from somebody else, I'm like, oh yeah, I had a really good idea that I should tell Mike about. You know, I mean, just like hearing it from other people, you know, just being around the team, being around the culture. Like, we have an amazing culture, an amazing family. And like I said at all my talks, is like, they believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. And more people are in those shoes than not. They need somebody to believe in them, whether it's staff, whether it's an agent, whether it's anything. Like, we need people that believe in us. And it's a shame, you know, if people can't be a part of that. People don't give themselves, if they don't believe in themselves enough to be a part of something that's huge.
It's huge. All right. And so invest. Another way we invest, another way we fight is you building and growing your staff. They need to be poured into. I had somebody say, should I buy the ticket for my staff? So if they are your staff, yes, you should, as their employer. So that's big. All right, Megan, thank you for being here. Thank you for setting an example on your way to 2,000 issued paid apps this year and $1 million in premium.
Smoking. World record holder so far with the Alliance.
That's right. First time. All right. Hey, we're going to bring up Jake and Ray. And Tia, if you could get, there's a special leaderboard for that 100,000 of lead credit for the non-agency managers, the builders. If you could pull that up, Tia, we would love that. And Jake and Ray.
By the way, everybody out there, I don't know that we're going to get to all the leaderboards, but they are posted on the incredible art.
That's
so
right. Here we go. 100,000 business builder cash. This is, so we're talking about our family reunion event again. It's like, if we believe it's important, and especially if you're not yet an agency manager, the fact that you have access to this cash to reinvest in your business. We figure, hey, if you're promoting and you're bringing people to family reunion, we want you to have more cash to reinvest in your business. So, hey, guess what? For folks that are out there, if you're not yet an agency managers have been excluded from this contest. We've got a number of people on this leaderboard, and it's based on how many legs with a ticket do you have there at our family reunion event. And so there's 100,000 of total cash available. And for the top 25 places, it could be anywhere from 1,000 to 10,000. And G. Chris Robinson's in the lead with 12 legs with a ticket. Way to go, G. Chris, with 10,000 in lead cash. And right behind him is Megan Wood with 8,000. You just heard from her with 8 legs. And then Jake and Bray Joseph with 8 legs at 7,800. And Carrie and Mike Williams with 8 legs. And then we got Rogers and Kim Strotter at 7 legs. Mark Muller with 7 legs. John Thorman at 7 legs. Buck Rollins at 7. Desant Trent at 7. Stephanie Rodriguez with 6. Tim and Nikki Long 6. Marty and Diana Doge. James and Cherish O'Barr, Steve Memorides, Paul Harrod, Jan Miller, Danny Johnson, a bunch of people there. Hey, and you know what? It's like it's based on how many legs
one
first.
More. Uno más. One more.
That's
Get
right.
One more there. You can see how one more can bump these people up, right?
That's right.
Jan, you get one more, you bump up in the lead tag.
That's right. You would go from, if you had one more based on, you would move from picking up 2,800 to about 4,000 and some dollars by having one more agent there. So Jan, you've got the ability to leverage that, and there's other people that may be lower on the leaderboard by getting 1 or 2 more. We should be good. All righty. Let's see.
Sorry, he got sidetracked.
Yeah, I did. All right. So, crazy distractions on my phone flashing. All right. So I think we're good. So Jake and Ray, y'all are sitting here, and you guys are doing well on this contest. Y'all are doing well in building your business. We're watching you do more and more things. We're watching you guys fight in your personal production. And I guess just starting off, share with us a little bit, kind of, stuff that you guys have been fighting to get good at. What were y'all doing for work prior to getting started business wise?
Yeah. Can you hear me okay, Mike?
Oh, I'm not getting your audio, Jake.
Oh, can you hear me
now?
now?
There we go. Yes, I got you now.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Mike and Noel, for having us on here. Thank you, Andy and Jane, and everyone else here on this call. These are all my friends right here. I love seeing all your faces, and we can't wait to see you here. And oh man, I got to bring up that when you go to that website Mike mentioned, there's a little timer that says how many days and how many hours and seconds down to. Check that thing out. It's getting smaller and smaller, so we're getting closer and closer. My name is Jake. I got my beautiful wife, Beret, on here as well, and dual screens now. She is driving. We are in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, Albuquerque, and I came from a background of building movie sets, and I know Beret was in the nursing field, going to school, being a full-time mom, and raising our kiddos.
Awesome. Well, good. So, knowing that, as you guys start off, take us back to when you first started in personal production. Some people, like you said, they kind of come out and it just seems like they're writing 5,000, 10,000 a week in their first week. And then some people, it's like
grinding
to get to 1,000 a week. Where were y'all at in that spectrum?
Oh, that's why we love seeing these people who are getting started and they're making money fast. Like, this license allows you to print money. When we started, Beret, the way our schedules work, it was kind of off to a little bit of a slow start. It was kind of like slowly getting there. She would take the kids to school, run a couple appointments, and then go pick the kids up. And then obviously you can't take your kids on the appointment. So that was kind of the end of her day. And with my work schedule, it was really one day a week, if not one day every other week. So it definitely started to, we were able to make some things happen, and we were learning. And it really picked up as we started getting around. You both, Joseph, a lot of you started traveling out here to Albuquerque, and we got around the team so much and got invited to some other big events to where we saw what others were doing and seeing what they made possible. We wanted it so bad. We had that FOMO. We didn't want to miss out on this crazy opportunity. And so we started putting some ideas together and what we could do to just focus more time on this so we could start off by increasing that production.
So, hey, yeah. And I think that, sometimes you got to learn how to fight in that space of how do we get good at that. So now that you've got your personal production cooking. In fact, what are y'all projecting income wise this year based on, this being your second full year? What are y'all looking at based on your run rate for income?
Run rate this year is going to be over 200,000.
Over 200,000. And like when we say over 200, he said, how come we don't know exactly? Well, could be 220, could be 250, could be more. I mean, it's like, hey, could be a bigger number as you guys. It's like, it's funny when you're growing your business, it's like, it's tough to pinpoint where we're going to end up. All right. So between 200,000 and 300,000 this year in your second full year, I think that's big. As you're doing that, talk to me about how y'all are learning to fight on the recruiting and building side. What are the things that y'all are seeing? What's happening there?
Fighting on that side of things. I know one thing that I know definitely, and I'll let Ray speak on that side of things, but for me personally, fighting one thing was getting out of that comfort zone and traveling. I heard it best from, I believe, Brandon Manley when Andy was talking to him about, I didn't sit on the couch and build this thing. So I was like, oh shit, I can't just sit in my chair and build this thing. So I talked to you guys, talked to Joseph, and I think everyone definitely encouraged me to get out and travel. And that was definitely something that I was a little bit nervous on. I was like, well, am I the right person to be traveling? Like, should Ray be traveling rather than me? And it was just focused on, hey, can I show them the work? Can I show our friends the work? Can I show the team the work? And so I ended up, I believe it was Father's Day, had to cut Father's Day a little bit early and jump on a plane out to New Jersey, and crazy flights delayed, end up catching a red eye, got in at like 6 a.m. My buddy Anthony picked me up. And as soon as we literally got to his door, we literally unfolded our leads and started dialing. And just getting out of that comfort zone of being able to travel, be away from the family, and be willing to just show the work side of things and help our team out there. So that was one thing just recently that we've been working on, is getting out and being on that uncomfortable side of things, traveling around and seeing people.
Yeah. Hey, I think that's
good stuff happens outside your comfort zone.
Yeah, no doubt. It's like, so learn to fight to serve, hop on a plane, get out. Hey, like, I've never dialed in front of someone else before. Okay. Or if you have, or I've never gone, whatever, I'm dialing in New Jersey now. I'm not used to this new state. I mean, you could have a bunch of different things flying through your head as you're getting started, but hey, that's amazing. Ray, what's some of the stuff that you've been learning to fight through as you guys are fighting to win?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think some of the biggest things that I've been learning to fight through has just been my mindset. So it's just, having that, overcoming the self-doubt of like, hey, I know that Jake and I can do this and we're still fighting because we have so much more to go, but can I be that example for the team? So it's just trying to be a good example to the team. And I know like right now, we have a team that can take us to agency manager. And at the end of the day, what are we doing so our team knows how much we believe in them? And it's not just like, oh, this is how we're going to get there. It's that we actually believe in this people. We want them to win on a higher level. So what kind of example am I being to them, and how can I be there for them? And, picking up the phone calls when maybe I don't want to at some time, but it's just like you guys are always there for us. So how could I always be there for the team and make myself fit?
Hey, that's big. Yeah. And it's like, and here's the thing, it's like recognizing what I've watched is you guys haven't backed off on your personal production as you're doing this. You continue to be an example and understanding in our business, hey, speed of the leader, speed of the pack. And sometimes people think, well, if I start slower, does that mean like if I'm not perfect at selling? No, it's okay. So like Megan wasn't perfect in her initial, like she didn't start off writing 70 or 100,000 a month. She started like writing a couple at a month part-time and then grew into that. And so it's, when we say speed of leader, speed of the pack, it's more like, what's the speed you're running at now? What's the speed you're choosing to run at now? And how visible, conspicuous success, I think is important. Not conspicuous consumption. We say, oh, I got to go buy a nice car. No, conspicuous success can mean, hey, am I putting numbers on the leaderboard? Am I reinvesting in my business? Am I reinvesting in office space? Am I reinvesting in staff? Am I doing things in such a way that it's visible and people can see it so they can copy it? That's big as we're sitting here growing. That's more important than, hey, building up $1 million bank account, and then we'll find some other ways to inspire with some fun things along the way. But understanding we're at a point where you're growing your business, knowing how to put back into it, traveling to go see people, plane ticket. Yeah, that's big. Good. Everything's coming at y'all. Any other one thing that you're thinking, okay, here's another struggle we fought through, or here's another piece that we know we're being intentional about
somebody
fighting?
on your team that fought through something?
Oh, yeah. Let's say, in fact, we were talking earlier about someone who you guys have watched fight through some stuff.
Absolutely. So, there's lots of people that I could think of that come to mind, but one person in particular is, he's out here in Albuquerque. His name is Brad. And he was and it's like learning from you guys, learning to identify the people that you're going to spend more time with. Like, we believe in everybody. We believe everybody could do this. And at the same time, learning to, spend more time with the people who are going to, go out there and actually do it. So Brad is here in Albuquerque, and he had kind of had a slower class. He actually got through the license class pretty quickly, but then there was like a 3-week period where it was like, hadn't gotten his license yet, wasn't really moving. And so I was kind of like, oh, okay. Well, I said, we're here local, we need to meet him. So he came over, he watched his dial, and instantly, like that made a huge difference. I know just this Monday and also last Thursday, so he's at 3 dial sessions. Each dial session, he's put in over 250 dials per session, which is huge. Like you were telling them earlier, it's like building that dialing muscle. So he probably didn't have the exact result he wanted. Like, I know, for example, his dial session Monday, he did 280 dials. He had 33 connects, and he booked 8 appointments. So I'm sure, like, I would have wanted him to book more appointments. I know I was there helping him. We were on the phone with Noel. But the point is that he fought through it and he did it. And then he went out yesterday, was the first day having appointments that he sat on. No, Saturday he wrote his first app. Yesterday he wrote over 2,000 in free. So to me, I'm like, that's an overcomer, the fighter. Like, that's somebody that we need, spending our time with and getting on the phone with you guys. And it just goes to show, like, the people that want to work are going to work, and they're going to make things happen.
Yeah, you can't teach work ethic. I mean, we can set the expectation, but some people are going to rise to that level of work ethic, and some people are going to choose to not show up and do it. And it's the people that choose to consistently fight in their work ethic that are going to get results and get better. And so I think that's awesome. And you're seeing him start to get results. And now it's just a matter of, hey, continue to reinforce what he's doing right, help him reinvest more in leads, and help him build up his lead budget. You'll see his dial get more efficient. He'll get better, higher quality leads, more leads will help him out too. But that's what we're looking for.
Help him hire some friends using this book would be good.
Yes, you get him back. Who else? And now he's got success. Another, hey, and we don't stop asking. We ask them as they're getting their license. But you ask again, hey, Brad, well, this is great. Who do we want to share this success with? If he gets a paycheck, Brad, who do we need to tell? Who do we need to share this success with about your paycheck? What else can we do here? And so that's part of. So it's not just celebrating; it's thinking celebrating and how do we move forward? Celebrating, how's another way we help them get better? That's another way we fight, is just being intentional about that. Don't just celebrate and back off, and celebrate and move forward. So that's big. Appreciate having you guys here. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Next up, we got James and Pamela. And as we introduce them, hey, T, if we could go back and if we could pull up the Alaska leaderboard, because James and Pam, I know, have just qualified for Alaska this past week. So we're excited to have them in here. Some other new qualifiers, I believe, that we had. I don't know if they're new or not, but I know that they're on here. Certainly Adam Johnson, Debbie Ben, Marvin and Julius Otsoy, Mike and Michelle Alleman. So we've got a number of people that have crossed over, and we've got some other people that should be coming in quick here. Tim Tipton, Vernon Schmidt, Elena Amadobi, Brandon Ashley Beal, Nick Greco, Joseph Dukes, Jan Miller, a bunch of people coming up to speed, should be hitting it soon. And one other leaderboard I think is just this cool thing. Now we're starting to see it populate more. T, if you could go down to the $1 million Alaskan bonus, extreme bonus. All right, so here's just crazy. There's $1 million that is there for people that have qualified, or I'll say qualified above the threshold for Alaska. And so now you see we've got 25 people on that list. And if the contest ended today, Megan Wood would get a $187,000 check. Paul Roberts, $140,000 check. Stephen Holly Davies, $131,000 check. Jake and Bell Krause, $64,000 check. Marcus and Carla Richardson, $64,000 check. You get the idea. James and Pamela, y'all would get a $3,200 check, but you have the ability to make that check bigger, because this is based on once you hit the $125,000 threshold, every dollar of premium above that gets you a bigger slice of this $1 million pie. So it's $1 million pie, and it's who wants a slice of it. And so this is the award for people that are going above and beyond the qualification to join us on this Alaskan cruise. So hope y'all see that. See, your name is now on here, and you guys have a chance to get in there and get a bigger piece of that. But we're excited to have you with us. Tia, thank you for sharing that leaderboard. James and Pam, kind of share with us where y'all are from, your profession before y'all found the Alliance, and we'll jump into some things y'all are going through right now.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having us on the call. We appreciate being part of it. Things have been happening for us like on a crazy basis, but it's mostly because we're setting goals this year, which is like pretty much the first year we've decided to set goals. So it's amazing what happens when you do that. Pam and I have a background in retail. We've owned a couple of furniture stores, and then when things went south with that, we found the insurance industry about 6 years ago. And with the help of the team members and plugging into the system, we've had, crazy amounts of success. And now we're pretty much looking forward to sharing that with other people and helping them have the same success that we've been having.
And the freedom that we have as well is remarkable. And I think, like James said, we've set some goals this year. Some of those goals we hitting the Alaskan trip before, 6 months in, that was our goal. So we did that just on the cusp. That was really exciting for us. Yeah. James decided to sell like his life depended on it, and he's really been focused on that. And I am so appreciative of him and what he's done and how he's gotten out of his comfort zone to go and help people, that I've decided to start recruiting like our life depended on it. And for us, I think a big thing that happened is James's mom is out in Florida, and she's getting up there, and she has some health issues, and we wanted to be able to go and see her and spend time with her. And this is the perfect type of career that we don't have to put in for notice to take some time to go away. Our business doesn't have to stop because we want to go and visit family. And I think it was amazing that we were able to do that, and that seeing that we could do that, we wanted to make sure that other people had that ability too. I mean, everybody has things that come up in their lives that could derail their jobs, derail their life, but with the opportunity that we're given here, it doesn't have to derail us. We can work through it, and because of it, we're able to do the things that we need to do and that we want to do, and still be able to recruit people, still be able to help people. When we were in Florida, James made sure that all of his family were taken care of. We reviewed everyone's policies. We made sure everything was okay with family members. His mom's in a nursing home, so we were talking to some of the other people that she was having lunch with, and just making sure that they had things taken care of, asking if they've had anyone who've been out to review their policies, and just serving any way that we could, so that even though we were not here in our home state, we were still able to serve the team and still continue to recruit and talk to people while we were in Florida. And it's just been really exciting, and I think that's been a huge change, and a change in our attitude of focusing on and really
The work, focusing on the work.
yeah.
Putting more work in the work.
That's right.
That's right.
That's one of the first lessons we learned. Like when we first met Andy 6 years ago, he said, if you concentrate on the work, the rest will take care of itself. It took us 5 years to figure that out, even though he told us that. But once we did, and then, we were talking, you and us, about how life comes at you fast. And one of the biggest changes for us was the fact that our daughter just grew up overnight, and she got her driver's license and a car and a boyfriend. So now she's never home. So we get to spend all of that time that we used to spend trying to entertain her, working. So that's one of the things that, made us realize, like, hey, we got some more free time. Do we want to Netflix and chill, or do we want to put it to use, and hire more people and, have other people enjoy the lifestyle that we get to enjoy? So that's kind of where our focus has been on.
Hey, that's pretty cool. So
And you guys came in with 6 recruits so far this month. 6
Yeah.
months.
Yeah.
We ain't stopping there.
Yeah. It's
Not
just
stopping there.
It was funny. We were talking the other day about, people want to leave a legacy for their family. But if you hire a big enough team, you can leave a legacy for hundreds of families. And it's all because of the effort that you're putting forth. So we want to share it with as many people as possible. We want other people to realize, that they can have it all if they're willing to do what it takes to have it all. And so that's pretty much been our focus so far this year. And we're definitely going to hit every goal that we set forth for ourselves, and then make a whole bunch of new ones for next year.
That's big. So y'all made a shift in your recruit. Obviously, you did the 6 didn't just pop in because you guys decided to recruit last week. So where and when and how did the effort and tools shift?
It started with the 40-40 challenge. That really got us started. It took us a while to get our sea legs, so to speak, and get good at it and get help with it. You guys have been extremely helpful. President's Clubs has been extremely helpful. I mean, just reaching out to people and asking for help has been a big change in how we're doing things, because now we're getting more input and really being able to focus on doing it right. But just putting in the effort, just putting in more work, calling more, staying focused on it, and not being derailed.
And having other people help. I mean, you guys have been great. Joseph has been helping tremendously. President's Club. I mean, all of the people that are helping our team members, because we can't get to all of them. We can't be on top of all of them and coaching them all up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So,
well, especially since we still need coaching and we still need help. So,
Right.
you know, we want our team to know that they can reach up and that there's going to be somebody else, not just us, you know, and that's the beauty of this organization, which you don't get anywhere else. You don't get a whole team of people who are going to help you and help your team grow and succeed. It just doesn't happen anywhere. And so those are some of the things that we've just been focusing on and talking to people about, the ability to have a team, and that it's a group effort, and using the, you know, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it takes a village to raise an agent also. And we have that village and we have that support, and you know, we're so grateful for it. We're so grateful for you guys, for the whole team. I mean, Andy, you know, it all starts at the top. You know, they say, you know, SHIT rolls down. Well, with us, it's good stuff rolls down, and success rolls down. And
So Pam, hey, I got a question. So when you talked about 40-40 challenge, I don't want to take for granted as we have new agents who may not know what that means.
Okay.
So I think, so 40-40 challenge, what's that mean to you?
So that was going out, setting 40 appointments a week, going out serving 40 families, and then talking
approaching 40 people
to at least 40 people. And our
about the
numbers,
opportunity.
yeah, our numbers were a lot higher than that because James talks to every single family that he sits with and asks them. So if he were to just talk to the 40 people he's sitting with, that's 40 people right there. But then, you know, I'm also calling people from ads, from Indeed, from the gas station, from the
Go ahead and bring up the leaderboard real quick. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Pam, but
no, just talking to everyone that we see. And, you know, that's something that you drilled into our heads. It's not just from ads. It's just when you're pumping gas, talk to the person, you know, who's pumping next to you. And, you know, so yeah, the 40-40 challenge, that was it. At first it started out, I wanted the sweatshirt. And I said,
sweatshirt's awesome.
That's it.
And that's all it took was I wanted that hoodie, and he said, I'll get it for you, babe.
That's how it starts with.
Yeah, I want something, and then he goes out and gets it
She
for me.
sees something shiny. Well, she helps me
Well,
get
that's
it.
good.
We
Well,
do
good.
more team, but
Speaking of that, oh, go ahead.
that's just how it started. Just that hoodie. You know,
Okay.
hey, you want this hoodie? Go out and work for it. And
Everybody fights harder for a sticker. Andy used to say that.
That's right. So for those that don't know, on this,
He's tricking you to make more money. That's what he's doing.
Working.
so there is this 40-40 challenge, and not only is it a concept of booking 40 appointments a week and approaching or talking to 40 people about what we do to see if we might find someone that can help us. The next piece is, hey, there's a contest where there's cool merch, whether it's the hoodie or the sweatpants or the hat or the tumbler, and certainly recognition of having done it. So it doesn't have to be perfect that you do it all in 1 week. If you had 30 appointments and you booked another 10 the next week, that counts as 40. If you talk to 20 potential people about our business 1 week and 20 the next week, and you track that and you submit it once both buckets are filled up on the 40 and the 40, boom, you get credit for having that submit. So it's okay if you're not precisely doing it, but if we get you the habit, we know some people are capable of doing 40 and 40 every week. Maybe some people aren't. We don't want those people to be excluded. We want them to be recognized for thinking about both sides of their business, and fighting to win in the 40-40 is another piece. So Pam, I appreciate you sharing that.
Let's talk about these people that just did it.
Oh, Gus and Mercedes Duran, who have hit both the hat winner and then the tumbler winner here recently. And so they've hit all 4 check marks. They've done this at least 4 times. Way to go. Jason and Olga Mathis have done it 6 times in addition to their first 4 for a total of 10. Megan Wood's done it 8 plus 4 for a total of 12 times since this contest came out. And there's still more merch for people that want to win and get their names on this board and continue to grow their business. The merch is cool. Growing your business is the end result, and we hope we can help you there. James and Pam, last question. You mentioned President's Club. Specifically, how is President's Club helping you on the recruiting side? I know you mentioned they're also there for the training, for helping some of your new agents on some training pieces. But how are they helping you on the recruiting side? What are they doing for y'all?
Well, we've been lucky enough to have Clay on the phone, coaching us, helping us talk people, kind of just getting us to just have conversations. Again, just like clients in the house, just having a conversation with someone. And it's not so much about, whoa, what did you do? Blah, 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 blah. But just like being honest and open with someone and letting them talk to you about why they're looking for something. And that's been super helpful for us. I mean, just putting that same strategy of helping families and putting the same on helping with the recruits to find out why they're looking. Oh, well, I want to make more money, but why? What's the money going to get you? You know, what are your dreams? What are your aspirations? And just going in a little bit deeper with people. And so that's something that Clay's really helped us with.
Yeah, he's been helping people put together lists of their warm market, you know, on their behalf to help them generate lists of names so that we can all call on them together and see if they're interested in making extra money. So he takes a lot of the, you know, the workload off of our shoulders because he's helping us grow our team and put in the effort that's making everybody have more success. And it doesn't necessarily all have to fall on our shoulders or the person's shoulders that he's talking to. So it's massive that, you know, for the small amount that we pay monthly to be part of President's Club, all of the work that they put in, there's no way you can put a price tag on that. I mean, what they're doing for us has just been astronomical.
And it's like what you were saying about the dial muscle. It's the same kind of muscle that you need to learn, you know, with recruiting, just putting in the time, dialing the numbers. You know, we have lists that we're dialing from, and then just learning how to comfortably speak with them. And like for me, setting appointments, you know, it gets to be, you know, not easy, but you say the same thing over and over and over and over. And so you get the same results over and over and over, hopefully, you know. And so learning that same system, but talking to recruits has been really helpful. And that's something that they work, you know, we worked on with President's Club, with you, with Joseph. And it's really kind of been able to be successful. I mean, the numbers are showing, you know, we're being able to, you know, focus. We're helping now our team get people, you know, underneath them, and so that they can have that same sort of results that we're getting.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
We're proud of you guys.
Hey,
we know you're
Thank
fighting.
you.
That's right.
You're winning.
Thanks for the help.
All right. Joseph Dukes, buddy, coming out of Salt Lake area, watching your team pick up some momentum and grow, but we know part of it's in chunk because you've been making changes. Joseph, talk about some of the big things you've been focused on changing as you're fighting, and what's that been looking like for you here the last 60 days?
Well, I love the topic I called it "Winning Like My Life Depends on It." That's been probably one of the I mean, I love how when you posted that out this morning, I had asked myself, am I winning like my life depends? And I saw a meme the other day, and it said that someone was talking about, well, you only live once, and then it was like, no, actually, you only die once. You live every day. So, but the thing is that Andy, you know, Andy says inside the circle of you, he says he has what? He says he has two hands on his watch now and right now. Like, none of us are guaranteed tomorrow. Fonz, thank you for sharing your story, bro, because you're right. None of us are guaranteed tomorrow. I mean, we just don't know what's going to happen. So winning is today. Probably the thing that shifted for me in the last 60 days, and I'm gonna ditto James and Pam, is it really is writing down my targets of what I really am wanting to create. You know, what am I really shooting for? And reaching for something that's outside my comfort zone, reaching for an income goal outside my comfort zone. And the way that I'm going to do that is by the more money that I've been making. I mean, last year was a record income year for us. And I know that this year is going to be another record income year, but I'm reinvesting back into things. I'm reinvesting back into, into staff. I'm reinvesting. I'm looking for another office space that I can have. I mean, right now we're running it out of the house, but we got 3 staff, and I know that we're going to have more. But being able to reinvest back in the team in recruiting ads. I mean, I've always believed in investing in leads, because Mike, I know right now I have to produce at a high level. I have to produce it. In fact, I'm stretching myself right now. I was talking to the lead team yesterday about stretching myself even farther. Like where else can I produce more? And being willing to produce at a high level, not to not for the idea of stacking money up in the bank account, but for the fact of where else can I be that river? I remember Andy's talking about, and I'm slow. I always thought Andy had these really cute euphemisms like be a river, not a pond. And I'm like, what the heck does that mean? But now it's just like, oh, the money's supposed to flow through me, and then we're going to create a bigger river of money, because you can't create, I don't want a puddle of money. I want like an ocean. I want and the way we get the ocean is that all the rivers flow to the ocean. So I gotta, so it's being, making more money so that way we can reinvest more. So looking at staff, looking at reinvesting in more ads, looking at figuring out, hey, who on the team wants to jump in and invest with me? Who wants to play? Like making money is fun. I love, Mike, what you always told me back in the day on those days where I didn't want to feel like dialing. I was Mr. Poopy Pants. I don't want to dial. Dial sucks. Mike's like, making dials is fun and easy, Joe. Make it. I want to reach down and help these guys build their team. And it's not enough, and thank you, Paul Roberts, for your saying, I'm getting mine, so go get yours. Now Paul's like, I got mine, so go get yours. It's about how many more people can we help? So that's really what I'm excited about right now, Mike.
Awesome, dude. Well, hey, look, I know everybody here is fighting through stuff, getting victories, making stuff happen. We're grateful to have everybody here. Hopefully some of these stories have helped some people that are tuning in and listening in. We're looking for one more that wants to win, one more that wants to come to family reunion, one more that wants to go partner. So, hey, hopefully you can be the one more, help us find one more.
That's right. Go get yours because we're getting ours, right, Paul?
That's right.
See you later.
All right, guys, take care.